Record. And Michelle, you're on.
Hey y'all, I am Michelle Womack, a Fast Track Director with Pampered Chef from Jacksonville, Florida. And I wanted to first and foremost thank Kathy for the opportunity to share with you guys tonight. I am super duper excited to talk about mindset with you because it's like the most important thing that you can do to get your business going in the direction that you want it to go, okay? So there's a couple of things that I do to get my mindset right, get my mind right. And I'm going to give you those and then I'm going to break them down. Okay. So the first is read. The second is listen. And the third is communicate. Read, listen, communicate. So first, let's talk about read. A couple of months back, I was not reading. And when I start to get negative and whiny and, you know, I just want to pout about the way things are and that I'm not getting anywhere, my husband, the first thing he says is, what are you reading? And the answer is usually, I'm not, or I haven't. So a few months back, Kathy gave me a book called The One Thing, and I read it. And now I'm reading it a second time. And it changed everything for me. It changed the way I thought about things. It changed, it kind of took all the chaos that happens in my life with 3 children. I homeschool. I have Pampered Chef. My husband's gone. I mean, he's gone now. He won't be home till tomorrow night, maybe Tuesday morning. So all the chaos that happens, and it focused it. And because I actually like digested what I read. So reading is critical. I read 15 minutes in the morning before anybody else gets up. I read 15 minutes during Wes's nap, and I read 15 minutes at night before I go to bed. Now that's a lot. It sounds like a lot. It's 45 minutes. But if you just start with like maybe 15 minutes a day, start with 15 and then increase it from there. And that could be 15 in one clip. It could be 5, 5, and 5. It could be 7.5 and 7.5 minutes. It just depends on what works for you. But reading is key. When you put good things into your mind, good things come out, y'all. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And that includes what you say to yourself. So read. That's the first thing. If you don't know what to read, ask your director and they can guide you as to what book to pick up. The second thing, listen. So this one is kind of big for me. Listen to trainings, which I'm kind of preaching to the choir because y'all are here, right? So listen to training calls. Listen to anything that home office puts out, like in Dash or the Stir. You want to listen to that kind of stuff. Listen to things that are going to help you get to where you want to go and be on them live like you are tonight. Make it a priority. Put those in your schedule first as non-negotiables, in addition to, you know, your church, your family, you know, whatever else, but put them in there and do not let things overlap them. Make it happen for yourself, if not for anybody else, okay? So listen, and then take notes. Be attentive. Don't just jump on the call and not do anything with the information or, you know, be somewhere else while the call is going on. There are golden nuggets spewing at you from these top leaders and you do not want to miss them. So be present and listen, okay? And then the third thing is communicate. Y'all, right now there's a whole lot of isolation going on, right? Nobody wants to be around anybody, but you can still pick up the phone, you can text, you can message your director, your upline, and communicate. Now is not the time to isolate yourself from the people who can help you get to where you want to go, okay? So communicate with them. Let me tell you, I started April with 4 parties on my calendar, one of which was my own. So I only had 3, right? 4 parties total, 3 were actually hosts, okay? I called my upline and we've chatted for 2 weeks in a row now, and we're going to continue chatting because I need that. I communicated. I did not isolate. I said, look, I've got 4 parties on my calendar. I need to reach out. I need my own booking blitz, but I'm a little concerned as to what to say and how to overcome these objections. Can you help me? And you know what? Let me tell you something. This is why you're on the calls, guys, because Kathy has been with this business for 11 years. She replaced her full-time income with NASCAR with Pampered Chef money, okay? She knows what she's doing, okay? And I also talked to Karen, who's been here for 24 years, and both Kathy and Karen have been through struggles with, you know, markets crashing, all the other kind of stuff, H1N1, you name it. They've been through it. So if anybody can help me, it's those two. Okay, and I know who they are. If you don't know who the person who can help you is, find out, ask. But so I reached out and they gave me words to say. And you know what I did when I told them what my fear was and what my concern was? They gave advice and I listened. I zipped my lips and I listened. And then when I got off the phone, I did what they told me to do. I didn't do it my way. I didn't do it the way I thought it should be done. I did it the way they told me to because their track record is a lot better than mine. So I did it. And guess what? Let me tell you the result. I now have 12 parties since Thursday. 12 parties booked on my calendar for April alone. I'm working on 13 right now. And I've got 2 for May and 1 for June. But my April is full, so that's why I booked those 2. April's full, unless I squeeze a few more in. But I went from 4 parties to 12, 15 parties booked. And 14 of those are in the next 30 days. So with that being said, and let me tell you what Read, Listen, and Communicate did. It increased my belief. When my belief increased, my actions increased. I did the work. When my actions increased, my results increased. And guess what? Because of that, my belief has increased, y'all. So guess what's going to happen next? Right? So with that, I am going to turn it back over to Kathy and Janelle. Please, please, please open your ears, turn any noise around you down, and just listen to what they have to say, because I already told you about Kathy being a rock star, and Janelle, y'all, she's consistent. She's consistent. So listen, I got to learn from her tonight. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, thank you very much. And of course, you just stole my belief triangle right out of my mouth. We must be talking about triangles tonight. So I'm just going to get right started because I promised you guys we're going to do this for half an hour. So we each are only going to try and talk 10 minutes. So we're going to move on real quickly. And the first thing I wanted to talk about, I'm talking about goals. Goals for me are everything. A lot of you might not know me very well. I lost a sister 4 years ago to obesity. So I struggle every day of my life to maintain not having diabetes, and with my weight, it's a constant battle. In the last 30 years, I probably gained and lost 200 pounds. So I have to set goals for myself. And so, of course, the first thing we talked about, it goes back to the belief triangle. So, you know, your belief, they determine your actions, and your actions determine your results, and your results are because of your belief. It's a circle. A triangle. If you have the belief, and believe me, this company has been around for 40 years. This company is an amazing company. They have stood behind us. Have you seen the things they have done for us in the last 2 weeks? Amazing, the things that they're offering us, that they're giving back to the community, that they're giving back to each and every one of us as consultants. So you really need to believe in your company. So I'm going to read my notes here. I actually took notes. Let's talk about two things I want to talk about real fast: your why and your goals. Because I believe if you don't have those 2 things in your mind, then you don't know where you want to go. Why did you join Pampered Chef? I said earlier that some people might have joined Pampered Chef so they could stay at home with their children. By the time this is over, I'm pretty sure they may not feel that way. I know personally, I have my husband home with me now more than I did before. And I saw something today on Facebook that was this picture of a lawyer with a big smile on his face. And he was in front of a door and it said, divorce lawyers waiting for this to be over. It's just like so true, right? Anyway, I digress. I started Pampered Chef for $400. That is why I started. It was to pay my health insurance. So that at the time, that was my why. Okay. I'm going to tell you that that's not my why anymore. Don't get me wrong. I love my money and I love my paycheck more than you can even understand, because I'm 69 and Jack is 79 and we are senior citizens, but we're not on that Social Security income. Okay. Because Pampered Chef has taken us and given us so much freedom and so much ability to do the things that I have never had in my entire life. But that's not my why anymore. God's truth, folks. My why is to show you that Pampered Chef can do the same for you. It is my goal. It is my why to share this business and make you understand that it can be everything you want it to be. However, you got to set a goal to get to there. Okay. So my goal when I first started was $400 a month. At that time, it was only live cooking shows. Live cooking shows meant the average show was $500. So that meant I made $100 each show. I had to do 4 shows. It's a little different now with virtual. I think they say 2 to every one, unless of course you're somebody like Janelle who has like $1,000 shows, and well, she can talk about that. But the point is you need to set your goal and decide what you want. And you know what? If that goal is just $100 a month, and I used to save for a pedicure and a manicure, but at the moment you can't get that either. So that $100 a month, quite frankly, I'm having my groceries delivered. And because I have been in the service industry my entire life, when that guy or that girl comes to my door, you better believe he's getting a 20% tip for bringing me my groceries. So I believe that is the best way that I can give back at this point. So maybe that $100 is to be able to have your groceries delivered without it hurting your pocketbook. Maybe it's $400 for a car payment, or maybe it's a full-time income. But whatever that goal may be, okay, you need to set it. You need to write it down. And Lord have mercy, you need to have it in front of you every single day. Write it on a piece of paper, put it on your mirror, put it on your computer. I've got a space where the light is over there where your goals are. You need to have this goal in front of you every single day. Again, honestly, my goal, Janelle's goal, Michelle's goals, all of the directors that are here on this call, I know our goal is to help you succeed. We really and truly want that for you. And please do not feel that this is a bad time for Pampered Chef. This is an amazing time for Pampered Chef. I'm not kidding. I'm going to get excited about this. I cannot help it. I'm seriously going to get excited about this. Folks, everybody has to eat. I had to cook 3 bloody meals a day for the last 15 days, okay? I never cook 3 meals a day. But everybody is. So why not show them shortcuts? Why not show them? I've been just taking pictures, like, for example, of my double grill pan. Every night, my dinner's in my double grill pan. Hey, folks, look, how many pots and pans did you have to do? I have to do 1. Everybody has to eat. Everybody has to cook. And nobody can afford to do DoorDash 3 times a day. Okay? And it's 8:21. So I'm going to give Janelle 10 minutes. But honestly, guys, set a goal that's so big, it makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning. It's all yours, darling.
All right, absolutely. Wow, I have to follow these too. So yeah, definitely get that why in front of you, post it, have it in front of you. Something else that you want to have in front of you is something I'm going to share with you here. I'm going to share my screen real quick. There we go. Okay, can you see this? Thumbs up? Yes? Okay. So this is the career plan. This is actually maximize your opportunity. If you go into Dash and just search for career plan, it's one of the documents you can download and see. So this is one that I highly recommend that everyone, especially if maybe you're not sure where you want to go right now with your goals, right? You're not sure what your why is right now.
building a team, this is the time for it. We still have, you know, until the 15th of this month to, you know, make use of that awesome deal of the 1980 kit, right? So if you're thinking, oh, I don't know, maybe I want to build a team, maybe I don't, take a look at the career plan, okay? So it's going to set out, so we all start as a consultant, right? Your consultant, all right? So that's when you have one active recruit. And active, as we all know, just means that that person has got at least $150 in sales, okay? And of course, for all of these, it takes into consideration that you're active as well. So senior consultant, what do you get? Let's look at the rewards. That's what we all want to see, right? So what do you get? You get 1% override on your personal sales, and then 1% override on your recruit sales as well. And then for all of these, you're going to get these. Actually, this is an outdated one, I believe. You're going to get your PC dollars and your recruiting bonus, okay? All right, next step up is going to be team leader. When you have 2 active lines, and they give you examples down here. Tina, let's say this is you, you're Tina. Your first recruit was Pat. You could have, you know, somebody underneath who joins Pat's team, Sue, right? That's 2 people. That's 2 people in your in that line. Or you could have recruited another person yourself. So Pat and Chris here. Make sense? That's how the lines work. So 2 active lines. Plus, you need to have, just for yourself, $750 in personal sales. Guys, that's what we do every month for the sales incentive, right? It's not that crazy. I see lots of people talking about how they earned that umbrella last month, right? So it's totally doable. Then $2,500 for team sales. This does include your sales, okay? What do you get here? 2% override on personal sales, 2% on your recruit sales, and then 1% override on indirect recruits. So in this example down below, if you were Tina, you had Pat, and then Pat recruited Sue. Sue would be your indirect recruit. Make sense? Now, if it was just Pat and Chris, you would get the 2% on both of them. All right, moving on. Next step. Sorry, I'm flying through this. I want to make sure we get through quickly. Next step is going to be director, okay? So this is when you have 5 active consultants. And again, 150 in sales each. You need to have at least that same amount, 750 in personal sales, and then your team has to have 5,000. And if you're still in your first, 30, 60, 90 days, and for those of you who may have joined recently, you've got an extra 30 days for this. You can fast track to director. Michelle did it. We've had lots of people who have done this. It's totally doable. If you set that goal, put your mind to it, it's obtainable. The rewards at director, 3% override on your personal team sales, including your own, then 3% override on first generation sales. So your personal team is just going to be everybody that you personally promoted, okay? I can't even speak. Not promoted, people you recruited. So the people you welcome to your team, that's your personal team. Overrides on first generation sales. First generation sales in that example we had before, here we've got Tina, okay? Tina recruited all these people who are purple. Kim was recruited by Chris. That's an indirect person. So that's going to be her first generation, okay? And then so on. It can just keep building upon itself like that. So you're going to get 3% on both of those. You're also going to get $10 in activity bonus for every person on your team, no matter, whatever their title is. If it's an active consultant, senior consultant, team leader, all those people, you're going to get $10 cash. They're going to put that in with your paycheck for each person each month that is active. Amazing, right? And we all know, I know I talk about it a lot. My favorite director perk is probably that director box we get. We get all, when we're active and work in our business, we get all of the new products. Before, we can of course earn them as well, so we can get double, but you're going to get them all for free. So many rewards. All right. And then of course it doesn't stop there. All right. I don't think I'm going to go through them all right now, but it goes up. You go to advanced director, senior director, executive director, what about senior executive, and then national executive. Like, it keeps building. The sky is the limit here. It's really just what you want to put into it. And like I said, go through this. It's good to go through this every now and then. Even I have to go through and say, okay, what's needed at these different levels? Because it's just good to kind of, keep it straight and know what's available to you. And our whys always change. So it's something to keep in front of you along with your why. Look at that, 2 minutes to spare. All right, so Kathy, what do we have next week? We're talking about bookings and filling that calendar.
What we decided next week is Easter Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So we were going to let Easter Sunday ride. And then the week after that, we want to be talking about filling your calendar. So we've talked about your goal. We've talked about your why. We've given you the career plan. We've given you, Michelle is so right. Reading is so important in your life. Every time I get discouraged, best book in the world, The Energy Bus. It's a silly, silly, silly little book. You seriously can read it in one day. And every time I feel like I'm faltering or my business faltering, I'll go outside and just kind of sit in the pool and read The Energy Bus. It's a great book. It's by John Gordon, and he's great. So just, your brain is as smart as you want it to be. Your brain, you can talk your brain into anything. Okay. Heck, I'm going to go this 30-day whole diet. I can't have a drink in 30 days. Are you kidding me? I can't drink now. You got to be kidding me. Whatever, I digress. So we are going to skip next week, guys. It is so important that you stay safe. Unfortunately, stay separated, but don't ever lose your faith in this business, because we are here to support you 100%. All of the directors, and not just the directors, just all of us. Anybody got any questions real quick? I still have 1 minute. Anybody want to unmute and ask any questions? No? Super. Guys, happy Easter to you. Gosh, I think this is going to be the first time my son's going to be 50 this year. So it's going to be the first time in 50 years we don't have an Easter egg hunt. Seriously? Like, I haven't seen my grandchildren, or my great-grandchildren in 2 weeks. But God is good. It's going to get better. So prayers, stay safe, and happy Easter.